this is my base. What can I say? It's small and it's cute and it does the job. But I want to move up in the world. From moving all my stuff from this little base to this big base. You may have seen this in the previous video, but when I tell you, I'm very excited to try and get this done. But for this to work, I'm gonna need a lot of wood. And luckily enough, I have an efficiency 10 diamond axe. This thing rips through logs like there's no tomorrow. Only downside though is it isn't as good as my pickaxe and it just doesn't really go as fast when you fly. So your feet need to be placed on the ground at all times. But I do have an idea of what I want to do. So first of all, I'm just gonna grab all this wood. I think that this is more than enough wood. And we're going to start with spruce. I won't lie and say that this build won't cost a lot, that meaning time and money, but it's 100% going to be worth it in the end. So first of all, I want to build a direct staircase down here, just like that, except this is going to go all the way out to the end here. To make it easy, I'm just going to make diagonals around here to begin with. Then the stairs. Yes, in the long run, I don't really need the stairs as I can fly everywhere, but eventually there's going to be buildings all around this place, and I'd really just like one big storage base. Hold on, I've thought of a better idea, which involves coming back here and grabbing a lot more dark oak wood, and building a second one of these pillars. Like so. This is where the tedious part of this comes in, where I'm going to fill a little walkway around here full of spruce wood, and I'm going to build the other staircase around that side and the other two on that side as well. It shouldn't take that long. Alright, it's starting to get some shape to it now. Obviously, we've still got a long way to go. But the next thing I'm going to need is a ton of glass. Alright, all the glass in my inventory right now probably cost me about $100,000. And before I put the glass down, I'm going to make a little bit to walk on top of. This is where the main storage part of the base is going to be. At this point right now, I don't want to build like a massive house on top of this thing. I might do in the future, but I just really can't be arsed right now. But with this bit right now, we'll never have to worry about storage again. Then I'm going to do one quick thing of half slabs all around. Just like so. And then the fun bit comes about when we have to start placing this glass all over here. And I really hope I don't have to spend any more money because that's all my money pretty much gone. And just finishing off right there. When Optifine starts working again, this will look a lot nicer when it's just all see-through without these dirty ass lines in the middle. And in all honesty, I really don't hate the look of that. Let's see what it looks like when the mine looks back to normal. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Before we continue anything, I want to see if I can get the inside of all this done. Meaning I want to see pretty much all of these walls get done, just so I can then start figuring out how I want to decorate them. Because if it looks like this all the way around, it's going to look a little bit mid. But knowing me, I'll probably have a few terrible ideas and then one of them will be alright. But one of the main things I want to do is I want to build like rooms for these guys here. So here we've got the private barn guy, and then over here we've got the private plot. So I want to build these guys a room each, which basically shows what room we're going into. Basically meaning that in here I want it to look very barn-like, and then in here I'll probably make like some sort of bedroom, I don't know, because it's a private plot. But I'm running out of spruce wood, so I'm going to have to change the mine settings again. Before we do that though, I'm going to make a load of chests, and I'm going to figure out where about here I want to start it. It's basically going to have to look like this, meaning that there's going to be chests all around here, and all of these chests here were 32. So I'm going to need 7 full stacks of logs, turn these all into planks, and turn all of these planks into chests. But thankfully, I have the power of editing on my side to show that I've got 3.5 stacks of chests. I really hope I've done the maths right here. Do I have just the right amount? 14? And oh my god, I am so good at my job. Oh my kid, this isn't my job. Alright, I'll be the first to admit that does look kind of weird. But this is something that I'll fix at another day. Right now, I want to see if I can get these walls looking good so it looks like the base is actually, you know, finished. I want to first of all give this the impression that this is coming out of the wall, sort of. So it ends up looking something like this. Wasn't the original plan I had, but it doesn't actually look too bad. And I basically just need to copy the same thing on this side, but it's not going to be symmetrical, which is very, very annoying. Don't worry, it's not going to annoy anyone as much as it's going to annoy me, so I don't want to hear anyone's complaining. Yeah, that is very annoying, but you know what? I'm not even going to cry about it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to sell a bunch of wood that I'm not going to use. Then I'm just going to sit here for ages and keep on selling the acacia and jungle till I have enough spruce, oak, and birch. I feel like this is more than enough than what we need. So it's time to get busy making windows and making walls. Alright, that is every single wall done. I'm still not sure what I'm going to do with this bit here because this zombie mutant is just so big. I'll figure it out eventually though because I can't be bothered doing it right now. First thing I want to focus on is seeing how many of these we have. We have 23. Yes, we need to sell these now. So that's $230,000 we've got now. And now I can start looking into how to make this place look like a barn. Obviously, we need hay bales, so I'll get about 30 of these. Get some iron for some cauldrons as well. Get some cobwebs will go well as well. Get some water buckets as well. Then let's see what we can turn this into. The obvious first thing to do is try and make this place look as square-like as possible, because this looks awful. It makes way more sense in my eyes to try do this instead, so it gives off the idea that it looks like a barn already. Don't know if anyone remembers this, but does anyone remember the Noah Beck song that was all over TikTok for ages? I don't know why it's stuck in my head, but all I've been singing for the last like 3 days is Noah Beck, why does everyone make fun of your neck, and it's really getting on my wick. I'm really glad that this is finally starting to come along, because for God's sake, I don't know what I'd do if it didn't. No, I would like some gravel, some andesite, and a little bit of coarse dirt as well, because this place is finally gonna look like a farm. So this is what I'm mainly thinking about here. So this is gonna go all around this guy here, so it looks like the path leads directly to him. Got some cobwebs in the corners round here as well. Then hay bales round here. Probably best for here as well. Got enough for some more here. Then we need a shit ton of cauldrons. Actually, the cauldrons wouldn't look good there. They'd look better over here. And then we have a little bit here for water instead. Like so. Fuck yeah. This place could do with a little window here, I think. Gonna look a bit odd, but I'm gonna have to just go with it. There we go. I don't think that looks too bad. Yes, we've got a barn now. I'm gonna just have to get used to this not being symmetrical. So then when we walk in this room, it takes you right to the barn, and then even better, look at this. Then in here, I need to think of something for the private plot. I'm gonna try and make it look the fucking same as the last one, so it's just a bit of a square. But for this one, I have no fucking idea what I'm gonna do. I think I said earlier about making it into like a sort of bedroom thing, so it's like my own land, but I have no idea how I'd even go about that. Although saying that, I may have just had a brilliant idea. I'm gonna try my best to make this place look like a study. So we begin with the exact same thing of making the barn type thing by just whacking all this shit down. This is just so annoying, but it's this. I've built around this, and this is off-centered. MCC, can we change this, please? Now, I'm gonna need a lot of bookshelves, and I know you can buy them somewhere. I'm just not sure where. Aha! They're $350 each, so a full stack is gonna be $22,000, but I feel like I'm gonna have to just do it. And then maybe buy 2. Right, first of all, let's just place all these around here because... sorry, I just had to groan there because every time I place one of these, it's $350. Saying that, I do want to keep the same windows so there's a little bit of symmetry left. But by symmetry, I mean that this is going to have to be one too small again. Now I just need to get rid of all of this without enchantments, and it feels like I'm using a wooden shovel. I'm going to begin with using this and see how it looks. I'm going to be so honest, I don't hate this in the slightest. And I'd like to make quite a few of these. Make some tables around here. I'm going to give this man his very own big couch that he can look at because he can never use. Or can we make him sit on it? Does that look ridiculous? Just a bit, I think. I think it makes more sense for him just standing next to the couch instead of sitting on it. And then because this is 1.8 and we can't really do much, I'm just going to have to add chairs like this around it. Which is annoying, but I'm sure we'll get over it. Although I feel like a little bit of decoration never hurt anyone. Go like this. And placing that like that. It's not the most beautiful thing I've ever built, but I'm not too unhappy with it. I've just got all this junk that needs organising now. Don't worry, I won't make you sit and watch me organise this entire thing up to there. But I do want to try something, and it might not work. If it doesn't work, I'll completely cut it out of the video, so if you're seeing it, something's went right. I want to see if it's possible to try and make a big circle around this thing. So it's not just sitting by itself. If there's one thing I suck at in this game, it's making circles, and I feel like we all have that. I won't lie, I've been at this for 3 seconds, and it's already driving me up the wall. So the whole circle thing didn't happen. It kind of came across as like a sort of toad hat slash oval. But I will be honest and say that I don't necessarily hate it. It might become subject to change, but I'm just going to see if I can recreate this on the other side. I've recreated it on each side and I think it's pretty spot on. Only thing missing now is something on the sides of here, and I don't know if I want to try and recreate this sort of shape over each side, or if I want to build something that just goes right over. I feel like it makes more sense to try and do the same sort of pattern. Okay, I did it, and I gotta say, I love it. I now just need to figure out how I'm doing the roof, because yeah, the glass idea was good at the start, but I'm not sure if I'm just gonna make a little walkway in the middle here instead of it just being big and flat, just like your mom. Oh. Holy shit, I have to say, I love the look at this right now. I've definitely spent like the last end of like 3.5 hours on this, and I'm getting really proud of it so far. It's obviously not done yet because I want to add like walls around this side, but I feel like I don't need to show you guys that because I'm going to do the same walls around here as well. I feel like the base is coming along very, very well though. I want to do something about this bit here because I feel like there can be some stuff to add here so that not everyone can just get in and out. Maybe some like iron bars or something if there is any. I don't know if that's just something I'm going to have to just buy a lot of iron to get though. I fear it might be, so I'm probably just going to do that for now. Before I do that though, I want to find an actual entrance point. That look alright? Yeah, it doesn't actually look that bad. Let's do that. We'll do that on each side now. Okay, that's all the pillars done. Now I need to figure out how much I'm spending on iron. A full stack is $92,000. I feel like I'm going to have to do it though. And then let's just make all the iron bars that I can right now. And then I'm going to try and make these look as good as possible. These things are so annoying to place in 1.8. It's crazy. I've been thinking about upgrading it to 1.21, but I just don't know. I feel like the combat's so much better. I feel I'm going to have to do a lot of combat to make up for the money that I've spent on this so far. We're definitely talking about the 500,000s right now on this base, because half of the stuff I've bought hasn't even been on camera. I won't lie, in doing this I've came across a problem. Not that the build looks bad, but I'll show you once I've done this side. I just made $250,000, let's go! The iron bars actually look really nice and I really like it, but when we come across here, these aren't going to work. It might look ugly, but I might just have to go like this. It's not exactly something I want to do, but I feel like that's the only choice I have to try and make this look nice. Unless I just fill these bits out with wood and then just put these bits as the iron columns. Columns? Bloody hell, I mean bars, alright. Ain't no shortage of bars over here. I get a bag, I get a coin, I get a boner, and go boing. Alright, this is not how I originally thought this would go down, but my god, I actually really like it. It's kind of a rogue pattern for just having this down here and then all of this be the same, and then this over here is quite cool as well. I just brought out these bits so it fits in with the bits of the circle, and that's the best commentating you're going to get over that bit because I don't really know what else to say. I think the rest of this is probably just going to be done over the course of the next few days. I've decided I'll probably make like a little dome over this bit and then maybe move these so they come up this way instead. And it also means that this can now go. See you later, alligator. This is the most satisfying thing I have done in this prison server yet. Oh yeah, this is a new home. And when I say when I'm doing this mining and the prison stuff and I look up and I see this is in my entire base now, this is sick. I know I spent a lot of money on this, but I feel like because of this, I'm going to make a lot more money now. I was thinking of making another little room out here for the Wheel of Fortune, but for some reason I just really want to get rid of this. I hate this thing. Well, I guess the mega base is looking pretty good now. Oh well, I've had my fun. Better get back to work.